In an ancient village nestled between mountains, Li Wei's dreams seemed as distant as the stars above. But he was about to discover that even in the darkest times, hope could ignite a powerful transformation. Li Wei was born into a humble farming family. His parents worked tirelessly in the fields, sowing crops and tending to livestock, hoping to provide a better future for their children. Despite their struggles, they instilled in Li Wei the values of hard work, perseverance, and the importance of education. As a young boy, Li Wei showed a keen intellect and a hunger for knowledge. He would often borrow scrolls and manuscripts from the village scholar, devouring their contents by the dim light of an oil lamp. His dream was to one day pass the imperial examinations and become a scholar official, lifting his family out of poverty and bringing honor to their name. However, fate had other plans. A series of droughts ravaged the village, leading to poor harvests and a dire economic situation. Li Wei's family struggled to make ends meet, and the dream of further education seemed impossible. Every day was a battle against hunger and despair, and Li Wei's hope began to wane. The villagers spoke in hushed tones about the impending hardships. Many families were forced to sell their livestock and possessions to survive. Li Wei's parents did their best to shield their children from the harsh realities, but the worry etched on their faces was unmistakable. Li Wei couldn't bear to see his family suffering. He took on extra chores, helping his parents in the fields from dawn till dusk. The once joyous evenings filled with stories and laughter were now replaced with silence and uncertainty. One evening, while resting by the village well, Li Wei encountered an elderly man with a weathered face and wise eyes. The man carried an air of calmness and experience. He was a traveling sage, known for his knowledge and counsel. As they struck up a conversation, Li Wei shared his frustrations and fears. The old man listened quietly, then spoke with a voice filled with wisdom. "Life's greatest lessons come from our hardest trials. Use your struggles as stepping stones to greatness." The words struck a chord with Li Wei. That night, as he lay on his straw mat, he couldn't stop thinking about the sage's advice. Determined to change his fate, Li Wei decided to make the most of the resources available to him. He began studying with renewed vigor, dedicating every free moment to his books. By day, he helped his parents in the fields. By night, he delved into the ancient texts, seeking knowledge and wisdom. Li Wei's dedication did not go unnoticed. The village scholar, impressed by his relentless pursuit of knowledge, decided to offer him private tutoring sessions. Under the scholar's guidance, Li Wei's understanding of literature, philosophy, and mathematics deepened. The scholar also taught him the art of calligraphy, a skill highly valued in the imperial examinations. Despite his progress, Li Wei faced numerous challenges. The family's financial situation continued to worsen, and there were days when they had barely enough to eat. Li Wei's resolve was tested as he juggled his responsibilities at home and his studies. He often stayed up late into the night, his eyes straining in the flickering light of the oil lamp. The weight of his family's expectations and his own aspirations felt overwhelming at times. One harsh winter, a severe illness struck Li Wei's father, leaving him bedridden for weeks. Li Wei took on the burden of managing the farm and caring for his father, all while continuing his studies. The pressure was immense, but he refused to give up. He drew strength from the sage's words, reminding himself that these trials were the crucible in which his character was being forged. Months turned into years, and Li Wei's efforts began to bear fruit. He became known in the village as a learned young man, and his reputation reached the ears of a traveling scholar. Impressed by Li Wei's dedication and intellect, the scholar offered to take him under his wing and provide further guidance. With the scholar's mentorship, Li Wei's knowledge expanded, and he grew confident in his abilities. The scholar also introduced him to influential figures in nearby towns who were impressed by Li Wei's humility and wisdom. One day he received the opportunity he had longed for. a chance to travel to the imperial city and take the examinations. As he stood before the grand halls of the examination center, he realized that the sage's words were true. Every hardship had been a stepping stone to this moment. The examination was grueling, testing not only his knowledge but also his composure under pressure. Li Wei recalled the countless nights spent studying, the sacrifices made by his family, and the sage's counsel. With a calm mind and a determined heart, he poured his soul into every answer, his brushstrokes steady and deliberate. Years later, Li Wei returned to his village, not as a struggling farmer, but as a respected scholar official. He brought with him new ideas and innovations that improved the lives of his fellow villagers. His knowledge of agriculture helped increase crop yields, and his understanding of governance brought stability and prosperity to the village. Li Wei's journey had taught him the value of resilience, self-belief, and the power of never giving up. He established a school in the village, ensuring that future generations had access to the education he had fought so hard for. Today, Li Wei mentors young villagers, sharing his story and encouraging them to persevere through their struggles. He reminds them that success is not defined by the absence of failure, but by the courage to rise after every fall. Li Wei's life stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of hope and the belief that even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of light waiting to be discovered.